Justin the Snap-on Junkie. How the fuck are you guys doing today? So today I got a video about, we're going to be changing the oil in this N14 Cummins stuff, and we're going to be putting a fuel filter on it. Now what I like to do is I put fuel filters on every other fucking time I change the oil. So I thought I'd show you this one. I showed you how to do it on a Cat. So we're going to show you how to do it on an N14 Cummins. And I got some new stuff that I want to show you. I bought a new creeper and a new oil drain pan that is a little bit better built than the other piece of shit you saw in the other video. It's got a better pump and all kinds of shit. I'll show it to you. And I got a new Napa fat guy creeper with some bigger tires, which I like already just from rolling it around. So we'll get you set up underneath there, and we'll go and change the oil in this thing, you know, whatever, and take a look at it. As you can tell, it's got my trucking logo on there. That's because I rebuilt this engine. And I also did something different. I painted it all red. Usually N14s are black on the bottom with a red top. That's what this is they call it a 460 red top, which were great engines. I actually like this engine really well. It's reliable. It's based off the old 855, like big cams and stuff like that, but that's for the people that don't know. And so when I rebuilt it, I put my sticker on it instead of putting a Cummins sticker on it, because, you know, whatever. And I just wanted to paint it a little bit different color. So this is the new ISX red and all that shit. So we'll get underneath this thing and start changing the oil there, guys. Alrighty, so let's first take a look. Over here is my new creeper. You can see this thing right here. It's got some pretty skookum wheels on it. I mean, look at that. It's got like rims and shit. And these are just a little bit, it's just a little bit bigger. I call it a fat guy creeper. You know, it's nice and wide. And what I like about this one is that the creeper is actually flat with the frame, if you can see that there. But anyway, that's the creeper. I bought this at Napa for $100. It was on sale. All right, and then also I bought this low profile drain pan here, and it's made by Lincoln. You can find this on Amazon for $300. I bought it from Napa. It was a little bit more money than that, but anyway, what I liked about this one is it had a drain plug stop, so your hose doesn't leak out every goddamn where and all that shit. And it's got 4 swivel wheels, so you can get it into tighter spots, and it's got a lot better motor. So this is what we'll be using, and it holds 17 quarts. But, you know, I wanted to get something more better, you know, than fucking that other piece of shit that I had. I think it was junk. So now I have 2 of them, but this is the main one that I'll be using. So I'll get this rolled under there and get you guys set up under there, and then we'll show you how to drain this thing out. Alrighty guys, on this one it takes a little bit different style than the Cat. It takes a wrench, and it's 1 5/16". So let's loosen that up. Now this one doesn't have as much room underneath it. Let me move you a second. There you go. This one doesn't have as much room underneath it. So you know, as usual, I started it up, got all the, you know, let it warm up for 5 to 10 minutes to get all the junk in the bottom of the pan, and then we'll just unscrew the drain plug. And then I'm going to try something different on the oil filter here, what the viewers recommended to do. So let's see if this doesn't fucking shoot everywhere. Oh, god damn. All right. So there's that, and we'll let that drain for a little bit there. Guys, so what I'm gonna do here is we're gonna try something different. Fuck, I got no room. You guys suggested take the filter and pop a hole in it here and let it drain out that way. Which is not real fucking easy when you're trying to film and do all this bullshit here. So hold on here, let me get this turned. Fuck. This axle in this truck sits a lot lower than the other one. Motherfucker. How am I gonna get this? Alright. So now shit. This sucks. Because I got no room. Fuck, I don't like this. Alright, I don't like that way because I'm too fucking, it's too pain in the ass. You know, then you got all this shit because I'm trying to film in here. I fucking hate it. Okay, now let's see if we can get all right. Let that drain for a quick second there. Yeah, where this Cummins filter is located kind of sucks on this truck. It's not real easy. It's up here on the oil cooler there. So then you have to play ambidextrous. There you go. Okay, so we got that out of there. And we'll let that drain for a little bit. Alrighty. Well, this is drained for about 10 minutes. And we're gonna go ahead and screw the oil cap back in, or the drain plug back in, and tighten this thing up with our wrench. Alright, now that we got that, what we got to do is go up and get the filter pre-filled and get ready and screw that thing back on. Guys, this is the filters I use, the Fleet Guard, like Cummins official filters. And just to let you know, like a lot of people say that Cummins is not, you know, as expensive as Cat. Completely disagree. These filters are like, they're $9 more than a Cat filter. A Cat filter is like 26 bucks or something I think I paid, and these are $33 a piece. But I like to use the regular Cummins filters. I don't know why, I just like them. And I know that people say you shouldn't pre-lube your filter. I think it's total bullshit. If you have good, clean oil, this is the way that I do it, and that's just how I continue to do this. I know that all these jugs are clean. They've only had oil in them, you know, and really, I mean, what are you talking about? Just a little bit of dust on this motherfucker? I mean, come the fuck on, guys. So, what I like to do again is only fill this about 3/4 of the way up. And, you know, lube up our gasket here just a little bit. So, and then we will go wrestle this motherfucker back in there. Alrighty, the filter goes right there, and then what we're gonna do is get it down here and start screwing her on. So we got the filter on there. And we're getting a flood warning. So, we got the filter screwed on there. Fucking. What the fuck? So then what we'll do is put our strap wrench on there. And again, this is fucking in a shitty location. All right, there's the filter on. All right, again, it goes right here, and then these frame rails just get all in the fucking way, but that's where it is in the cat. And then this right here is your coolant filter, and I will put that on. I do that every 3 times. I change the oil, so the next time I do that, I'll put a coolant filter on it and all that stuff. Now we got to get ready and start filling it up with oil. So what we're going to do is we're going to change this fuel filter here. Shit. Now these fuel filters are a little bit more fucking pain in the ass again from where in the fuck they put it. So let me get a different wrench here. Alright guys, we got a different wrench, so we're going to go ahead and start backing this thing off. Okay, we got that loose, then we got to reach around here back. Okay. Alrighty, now what you got to know is there is a small fucking O-ring that is up in here that you got to get out. So, and they give you a new one in the filter. Okay. It's this right here. And you want to make sure you get this O-ring out, okay? So I'll show you how the new one goes on. Alrighty, so the first thing you do is you slide your O-ring up in there. Alright, then we put our fucking filter on now. This is a fuel water separator type filter. That's what Cummins suggests you run on this. Now, I will tell you that last year I had a bad batch of, I had some filters that were fucked up. Okay? that no matter what you did, they would keep leaking out of the bottom, because where the water, you can crack this and drain it loose. But I've had some that were, they didn't come tight from the factory, and it was a pain in the ass. But anyway, that's how you put a fuel filter on there. And we'll go ahead and get this thing filled with oil and then start it up and see what we got. Alrighty, we got our air operated oil filler going in there, and we are going to fill this up with, this one takes 38 quarts. Alrighty, so what I did is I put 8 gallons in it through the oil, through this magical thing. You can see that there, 8 gallons, okay? And it holds 10 gallons, and I put, I run this EP Molly Lube from Schaefer's. It's just kind of like an oil stabilizer. I like that stuff, basically the same thing as Lucas, but I like that stuff in the engines, especially these older ones. And I don't know if you can see that, but it's right above the full line, and I think that should be all right. So now what we're gonna go do is start this thing up and see, after we get it running, where we're at, and we'll double check her and see what kind of oil pressure we got, because this Cummins is a little bit different than a Caterpillar. So let's go in the cab and do that. Alrighty guys, there's our oil pressure. So let's start cranking this thing and see what we got. We changed that fuel filter, so it's going to run a little bit. It's going to take a little bit to get that filter primed. I did put some in it, but I didn't have enough to fill it all the way up. We're starting to read oil pressure, so that's a good sign. We got too much air in this fucker. We'll let this run a minute, and then we'll go out there and check it. Alrighty, let's see how much oil we got to add to this thing. I think about a gallon. So as you can see, we're down on that line already. And this thing is pretty dirty already. I let this oil change go a little too long. Alrighty, well that's this oil change done. As you can see here, we got it right to the full line. Maybe just a little bit over doesn't hurt, in my opinion. Better to have too much than too little. That's what I always say. But anyway, that's how you change the oil on this particular engine. If you guys out there want to know, it took 9 gallons and a gallon and a half of EP treatment, which is 10.5 gallons, which is like 42 quarts. That's where this one likes to run. So we'll run this a day, and then we'll check it and see how we're going. So that's how you change the oil in an N14 Cummins. I'm sure pretty much all Cummins are about the same. You just got to watch, watch those fuel filters, because I've had some issues where they just leak constantly out of the bottom, and you got to keep tightening up this plastic thing, and it fucking sucks. So that's my tip of the day. But any other than that, that's how you change the oil. You know, I probably let that oil go a little too long. That truck's got a PDI diesel kit, so it makes like 650 horsepower at the wheels. They say, I don't really know. And it soots really bad. You know, I mean, it'll roll smoke, you know, pretty good. So I probably let it go too long. So I've kind of forgot when the last time I did it. So now I got this new thing that I'm writing everything down and all that shit. So we'll be better the next time. But anyway, guys, like always, go to the SnapOnJunkie.com, purchase your stickers. Go to my Instagram page, the Snap-on Junkie. And like always, thanks for watching, guys.